You're now tuned into another edition of the PulseWave Report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports. All right, so this is going to be a very quick end of day report video. If you have not already done so, go to PulseWaveTrading.com. You should be able to take advantage of the coupon codes that we have listed on the website to save you a ton of money when you sign up for the PulseWave reports. All right, so let's take a look at how we're doing so far starting a new week. All right, so as you can see here, this is a chart of Bitcoin in front of us. We came into today with a crash alert on the daily chart, and we've not received any downside production as of yet. It would appear that the market is showing signs of topping out here, but when you start seeing flip-floppage like this, it does make you wonder, have we seen the highs at this point and what's about to happen? I think there's a possible tight bottlenecking coming up in here. We could see some downside production like you did back here, and then of course the market gets bid right back up. So I think what the market's going to try to do is it's probably going to pull back just a little bit, then come back and get beyond the 20,000 on a strong close, because we need to start building that foundation for the rally to 22,000 that I've been talking to you about. There is a support that will be built between 20 and 22,000. So the market needs to work its way there and figure all that out as it moves forward. So that's where we are right now. All right. So you want to definitely follow the report and do exactly as indicated in there, so that you will be alerted when the market is about to make a change in direction, and that way you can be put on the right side of that change. All right. The next thing we want to look at real quick is we want to take a look at gold. All right. So as you can see here, the bulls are still in control of the gold market. It came all the way up to the trend line resistance before backing off slightly. You can see here is the rally alert, and here is the continued upside production. So you can see here the system has been riding this up wave very nicely. And what you want to do is you want to start following the report so that you can use the pop method to lock in your profits. And allow the market to continue to run. The next target is the bottom of the Kumo clouds. The market tries to make its way back up to 1900. All right, so that's why the reports are so important, because it lets you know where the intraday price inflection points are and how you can take advantage of any possible turning points with or without a alert. Not every day are we going to come into the market with a rally or a crash alert. So you need to know how to take advantage of that and what to do and what to look for. Last but not least is silver. Take a look at how silver has been moving. Likewise, we came into today with the bulls in control of the market. Here's your rally alert back here. Here's that continued upside production. You're now well within the Kumo cloud. The top of the Kumo cloud is the next target. Can the market get back up towards that 2550? And those see you in the live chat. Thank you very much. Hit that like button. What up, Spoon? Long time no see. Yes, my weekend was great. I hope you had a great one as well. All right, so I've been in the lab. I'm working on something wonderful for you guys, and Lord willing, I will have it put into place for tomorrow night's report. So we'll see what happens. You know, I'm always in the lab cooking up something for you guys. One of our subscribers, believe it or not, is my current motivation for this. All right, so I wanted to let you guys know that he gave me the idea because of what him and I talked about. And that's the reason why I incorporate Facebook into these reports, because he likes to talk about Facebook and trade. Facebook, you know who you are, brother. Yeah, man, you inspired me. You inspired me. And you and I, we're going to get together too. All right. Here's Facebook. Now, the reason why he inspired me is because he likes to talk about and trade Facebook, and it got me to do some thinking. So I went ahead and took a position in it last week, and just to prove a point. And sure enough, at the time I did it, I got in at the top of the move right here. All right, so I got long the day before. The market came up and then began to reverse. And what happened was we got this crash alert here, followed by 2 days of downside production before the rally into the close today. So Facebook got me to thinking about something. Just the way that the price action seems to just move erratic without any rhyme or reason to it, without any type of synthesis. They're involved in a lot of different things. Every time, a piece of news comes out, especially with the federal government, then the market responds. I think back here was where the government was investigating or something, the markets fell apart. So every time there's a bit of news that comes out, this stock is very prone to that news. Whether you like Facebook or not, but it's immaterial. We're talking about it as a trading vehicle, as a stock. It tends to have a lot of gaps and move erratically for no reason. Just all over. It's just all over the place. Now, if you put it on the weekly basis, you can see just a little bit clear, but it's still all over the place. Like here you are, you're trending, you're going up, you have an arcing, then all of a sudden you collapse. Then you come back and you just come back rip roaring, then all of a sudden, without warning, boom. Then you come up here and then you're just these wide bars, but you're moving sideways. You're not really going anywhere. You're just trading within the range of this bar here, and you're not really doing anything. It's just, and this is a weekly chart. Even the weekly chart is messy. This big break right here in the trend should tell you everything you need to know. So it's a wild chart. It's a wild market, and it just made me take a look at some things. So this goes to you, brother. You know who I'm talking about. You know who you are. Just thinking about you, my brother, and you made me go into the lab and do some things. So you inspired me, and I think that I have something for you that's going to help you in what you been attempting to do. All right, so hopefully I can get this out in about as early as tomorrow, probably. And I think it's going to help you a lot. All right, with that said, man, as far as the webinar, my man, I heard there were some issues, some tech issues, but I think it may be resolved now. I'll have to check with Frank. To my understanding, if you're a member, it's already available on the dashboard. For non-members, I have no idea, to be quite honest with you. Let me check here. Okay, no, this is Friday. No, okay. Friday's webinar has a link. That's what I was seeing. The one for today, I have no idea what happened, or if it's going to be redone, replayed, or what have you. I will have to get with Frank on that. Hopefully, though, if it was unable to really go forward, then he'll, be able to, get a rain check on that. Probably start again tomorrow at some point. So I'll find out, and then we can announce it. But just rest assured, I'm always in the lab. I'm always maintaining the system to make sure that you're getting the most up-to-date information, so that you can be put in a situation to make some money. Because at the end of the day, that is why we're here. That's what it's all about. It's about making that bread, man. You got to make that bread one way or another. You got to make that bread. All right. So with that being said, man, yeah, you should go to PulseWaveTrading.com, man. we got some ridiculous, some stupid deals going on. If you put in the coupon code, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. But at any rate, man, we appreciate the support. Hit that, smash that like button for me. All right, so like I said, Lord willing, I have some more stuff rolled out tomorrow. As you know, or if you guys missed it, I've been switching my focus to equities primarily right now, equities and forex. Been backing off of the futures just a little bit because I sense overwhelming volatility that is about to come into these markets. And they're going to do what they always do. Whenever volatility goes off the chain, they start raising the futures margins. And sometimes they raise them to such a ridiculous amount, you're better off going in and trading GLD for gold and SLV for silver. So and both of those have viable options markets. So you're better off just going in there and just banging it like that. Then you don't have to worry about uncontrollable leverage, and you don't have to worry about contract expirations either. So there's a time and a place for everything. Um, I'm not married to any one thing. I'll trade whatever's moving. I don't care. But I do switch my focus from time to time, you know, so that I can get the most out of the market. And with equities, you have a longer staying power than you do with futures. I can buy Facebook tonight and just hold on to it and pass it down to my grandchildren if the country's still here and the company is still there. With the futures contract, no, they have expirations. You can't hold it forever. So that's why I switch strategy sometimes, because especially if I'm looking at a longer time frame, things like that, and I have a longer execution process that I'm looking into, I'll switch to the equities. Of course, in theory, it takes a lot more money to trade equities because I don't like to do things on margin, even though I have, I trade in a margin account. I don't like to utilize that margin. So for me, it's not really an issue. Like I said, I can buy a stock, and if I want to, I can hold on to it, for eternity. You know what I'm saying? Because of the method and the methodologies that I employ. So at times when volatility and uncertainty is creeping in, you can always you always have a way out with equities more so than you do with futures. You don't have to panic. It could be a flash crash, and your stock can gap down, mad dollars on you, but you ain't got to panic, because if you're trading an equity that has a viable options market, there are things you can do. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to panic. So with futures though, because of that leverage, nah, you definitely gonna panic. You know what I'm saying? Because the market can gap down beyond your stop, and all kind of things can happen. In a normal environment, I'll trade futures all day long. I love futures. I started in futures. But when we are living in times of uncertainty and volatility like we are now, it's better to build your positions on the equity side, because at least there are some safeguards that you can do a lot easier with equities than you can with futures. And one of those things is you can manage your leverage a lot better. Futures have leverage built into the instruments, but equities don't. See what I'm saying? So there's something to think about. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people say, well, what about the leverage ETFs? I don't mess with those 3x ETFs. I don't really trade those. I trade the 1 and 2x ETFs because they're they move better and they're priced better. You heard me say that before. The SPY, the QQQ, IWM, those track the underlying indexes like perfectly. So I don't have to worry about too much going on. And we're talking about the most heavily traded instruments on the planet. So I'm not alone in those things either. I can get in and out of the market whenever I need to. That's not necessarily the case when you're talking about other leveraged instruments. So you just have to know, when to do what. So that's why I put that out there so that you guys, who may want to follow my lead, you can do the same thing. Also, once you register with us and you go to your dashboard, you'll see what is called my watch list. My watch list are the securities that I trade in and out of on a daily basis, on a regular basis. You already know what I'm doing. You don't have to say, so what are you looking at? I trade ETFs primarily. I love ETFs. So I trade the SPY, the IWM, the QQQ. I trade the TLT, the GLD, the SLV. I trade OIH, SCO, DXD, SDS, QID. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I like those better. I can get more of what I'm trying to do in those. I'll do individual equities too, but more so, I just really like ETFs. So that's kind of my focus for now. So I want to throw that out there so you guys can get an idea of what I'm looking at and what I'm doing. All right, with that being said, man, I got to run. So Lord willing, I'll see you guys in the morning and we can take it from there. You know what it is, man. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.